In this video, I'm going to show you how to select your wedding color schemes and hopefully incorporate some colors that are important to you in your life. And I'm also going to walk you through tons and tons of different color ideas, including the top colors for 2020 weddings. So be sure you stick around for that. Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Kyle James, and today we're talking all about your wedding colors. A quick FYI, this is actually the 5th video in my How to Plan Your Wedding Like a Pro series. So if you haven't watched my other ones, you might want to do that first, because one thing you for sure want to have done before you start thinking about your wedding colors is you want to have your wedding venue booked. You don't want to think about colors until it's booked, just in case the venue has any colors that might have an influence on your color palette. All right, let's dive right in. So the first step to picking your wedding colors is picking one color. Don't worry about any of the other colors. Don't worry about the accent colors right now. You just need to pick one color. So the question you should ask yourself is if there is a significant color in your life. So maybe you and your fiance are super fans of a sports team, or maybe you have school colors that are super important to you because you met at college or high school or something. Basically, try to think of any colors that are significant in your life. And don't worry right now about how you're going to actually create your palette. I'm gonna walk you through. And don't worry about if you think it's going to be tacky. If it's important to you, we can definitely come up with a palette that isn't tacky. I've done it many times. We're not going to deck your wedding out in like your favorite sports team's colors, unless that's what you want. But there is a way that you can incorporate them and incorporate a color that is super important to you into your wedding without it being too much. If something doesn't come right to mind, you might want to look at your wardrobe or like look around your house at your home decor. Is there a specific color that jumps out at you? I really like to incorporate colors that are significant to you or that you're kind of drawn to naturally, because I think that's how you can create a wedding that really feels personalized and unique to you. But if you're totally stuck here, don't worry about it. I'm going to go through the top colors for 2020, and hopefully one of those will pop out at you as something you'd like to use. Another thing you can do is just start scrolling through Pinterest and seeing what colors pop out at you there. Or there are wedding books, lookbooks, and magazines that you can flip through that might give you some inspiration as well. Two of my favorites are this Style Me Pretty book, and then I also have the Not Ultimate Wedding Lookbook. I'll link both of these below, but I like this one especially because they go kind of by color. So as you flip through, you can just see which colors are jumping out at you and just pick one that you like. Also, when you're choosing your one color, don't worry about the season right now. If you have a color that's super significant to you, but you're worried that it won't fit into your season, don't worry. I'm going to show you how we can make pretty much any color work for any season. So once you have your one color chosen, then we can add in 2 to 3 accent colors. A few things to take into consideration when you're choosing your accent colors. Number 1, season. This is where we're going to worry about season. The next thing you'll want to consider is whether your color is really loud or more neutral. So if you have a really loud color that you chose, then you'll probably want to choose more neutral accent colors. And then if your color is more neutral, then you might want to add some pops of color in your accent colors. And I'm going to show you here in a minute how to find your accent colors. If you're like, I don't know, I don't want to pick just any random color, don't worry. I'm going to show you exactly how to build the perfect color scheme. I just wanted to talk you through kind of the steps. So first we're going to pick one color, one main color, and then we're going to go about finding our accents. All right, let's start on a few examples here. So these examples I chose up front are going to be some pretty loud colors that might have some significance to you. I just want to show you that you really can make these colors work for any season. And they don't look super tacky if you picked like your football team's colors or something. You can totally incorporate those into your wedding and it not look bad. It can look amazing. The tool that I suggest you use for building a kind of like a color vision board for putting together your palette is Canva. I think that it's really easy to paste to it and it's really easy to crop and move everything around. So, and it's free, so that's awesome too. So just go to the Canva website, I'll link it below, and then we're going to do create a design. And then up here in the right corner is just a custom dimensions one. We just need a blank canvas basically. So I'm just gonna do that, and I like to do 24 by 18, so we have plenty of room here. All right, so my first color that I'm going to do is a color that might offend some of you, but hopefully not. I just Googled what is the most popular college team, so don't get mad at me. This is not a statement or anything, I have no opinion on this. So the color I'm going to show you is crimson. I think this is perfect because it might have significance too, it might not, but it's also a color that's usually associated with fall or winter weddings, and it looks amazing and it's easy to find stuff on that. I think that it can also look amazing in spring and summer weddings as well. So the first thing we're going to do is grab a swatch of our color from Google. So I just type into Google the color, so crimson, and then I do RGB swatch. So type in your color and then RGB swatch, and then click on images, and that will give you a little swatch that we can paste into our Canva. So this first one looks good. You can scroll through and find one that matches your vision, but this first color works for what I'm doing. So you can just right click and do copy image, and then we're going to paste it onto our Canva. So the next thing to do is to find our accent colors. My favorite way to find accent colors is Pinterest, because I figure why reinvent the wheel when people have posted millions of different color schemes on here. So just go into Pinterest and you're gonna type in your color and then wedding colors. So I typed in crimson wedding colors, and then this will bring up a bunch of different options. So I really like this dusty blue and burgundy palette. Obviously we would make it more crimson, but I think that you could really use this in any season. So I'm just going to copy that and paste it into our Canva. So the next thing I want to do is grab some swatches for those other colors. So we have dusty blue and then maybe a green as well. Alright, and then the next thing to do, if you do find one that you like, I would search Pinterest again for that specific color palette and make sure that that's what you want, and add a few more photos to your inspiration board. So we'll search crimson and blue wedding. And then just for time's sake right now, I'm not going to do tons and tons of inspiration on these. I just kind of want to show you how to do it. But once you find your color palette, feel free to add as many inspo pictures as you want to your Canva board. So let's use this crimson as our main color one more time, and we're going to do a more summery palette here, because I think this one's pretty easy to use for fall. But let's try something that's more summery. So I'm going to go into Pinterest and I'm gonna type in crimson wedding colors summer. I think flowers are my favorite inspiration to figure out accent colors, because they're the best place to add accent colors anyway. So I think that makes it easiest. Alright, next I'm going to run through putting together a couple more different color schemes with more sports team type colors, and then I will get into the top colors for 2020. So hopefully you'll find something that speaks to you. If you have a color palette with a very bright color, if you just choose a couple neutrals to go with it, that will usually look really great. The other option is to do a couple different shades of that same color plus neutrals. Next, let's do pink. I like to do this one because a lot of girls love the idea of having a pink wedding, but your guys might not love it as much. So I'll show you some ways that you can incorporate it and still kind of make them feel included. Like it's not like a pink explosion or something. Alright, Alright, so now that I've walked you through a couple of ideas, if you have significant colors in your life, now let's talk about 2020 wedding colors. So these colors that I'm going to go through right now are the forecasted colors for 2020, forecasted by Pantone. So they're the top colors in fashion and in home interior design, so they are the top colors in weddings as well. The first color for 2020 is called Neo Mint. A few palette ideas using this mint color are mint and dusty blue. You could also do mint with gray plus a metallic like gold, or do something more along the lines of shades of mint. For summer, you could also do like a mint and pink palette as well. The next color for 2020 is called Purest Blue. I love this color because I think you can add pretty much any accent and you can use it in any season for sure. Also, I love blues because you can be sure that your bridesmaids look amazing no matter what their skin tone is. There's some colors that are kind of iffy if all of your bridesmaids are going to look amazing in it, but blues you can be sure that they will. So the inspiration behind this color as a top color for 2020 is like colors of the sea. And I think these colors just look amazing. They're super easy to pull off and they always look incredible no matter the season. So I love shades of blue. That's probably one of my favorites. The other thing you can do with this is add in like a crimson or an orange to make it more fall or more winter. And then also you can go more spring and summer by doing like pinks or oranges, and then you can always do just the greenery, neutrals, and blue as well. The next color for 2020 is Cassis. I hope I'm saying that right. And this color is kind of a purple. So for this one, different shades of the purple color will look great together. You can never go wrong with doing like the purple and gray and neutrals and like greenery. I love the look of the dusty rose with this one as well. Like purple, dusty plus greenery. It looks amazing. The next color for 2020 is Cantaloupe. And this one is a little bit dangerous if you're gonna do bridesmaids dresses in this color. Make sure everyone gets a spray tan, a good spray tan, because this color can definitely wash people out. So a few ideas for cantaloupe color palettes. I love dusty blue, if you haven't figured that out already. Dusty is super in right now still. So I love like cantaloupe, dusty blue, white, and then like greenery would look amazing. You can also just do cantaloupe plus like a sage green color or different shades of green as well. Another great option for this is to add like a magenta or some pinks to it. So like cantaloupe plus shades of pink. Also like cantaloupe, gold, and shades of gray would look great too. And the last color I have for you for our 2020 wedding colors is Mellow Yellow. So this one is another one that you might want to be careful with if you're going to put your bridesmaids in it. It can be very loud, but it can look amazing too. Since this color is so loud, putting neutrals with it is probably the best way to go, or just very, very sparse touches of bright colors. So I love to do like the mellow yellow with, guess what, dusty blue. I feel like dusty blue and shades of gray are great colors to add to pretty much any color. They're not gonna really clash, and they kind of make your main color pop. The other color scheme I love is this yellow with green and white, and then you can also incorporate lemons into it. Lemons are super in right now, so there's lots of really cute ideas you can do with centerpieces and adding them in on your invitations and your signage and stuff. Another idea is to do the mellow yellow with like greenery and white, and then add in pops of pink, different shades of pink as well. That will give you a great summery look. Also doing this mellow yellow color along with any of the other colors that I mentioned looks great too. I feel like this color is perfect for like a boho feel. I hope this video helped you out in picking your color scheme. If it did not and you're still stuck, please comment below and I will help you out personally. Just let me know what color is significant to you, or if you're thinking of any specific colors you might want to use. And so at least we have a starting place, and then I can help you from there. If you already have your colors or you chose them while watching this video, please put those below as well so you can give the other girls some ideas. Be sure that you are subscribed so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. I do a new video every Wednesday, so be sure you're subscribed, hit that bell notification, and we'll see you next time. Happy planning!